Hello and welcome. How you guys doing today? I just want to go over a couple things today with you. You know, there's a lot of misunderstandings out there. A lot of people think they understand what's going on, but you know, a lot of you don't, and I'm just here to set the record straight. So I want to go over the birth certificate. If you have a birth certificate, basically what has happened through the bankruptcy of the United States, which we are bankrupt. A lot of people don't know that, but in 1933 we went bankrupt, and essentially what has happened, I'm not going to go over all the details. I encourage you to look it up and learn for yourself, but essentially what has happened is your birth certificate has become a bond, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, also look up straw man. The name that you represent is actually not you, but the capitalized name which is on your birth certificate, which represents the corporation, well, the fictional corporation in which you represent. That being said, everything that you do, I mean everything that you do, is basically considered fraud. When you drive a vehicle, a motor vehicle, go ahead and look it up. What is a motor vehicle? Means that you're involved in some, or engaged in some sort of act of commerce. It's not your vehicle. You have the right to travel freely, as stated in the Constitution, but they've manipulated the system. And so many people have been manipulated, and too many people before your time, and I hate to blow the whistle, but like grandparents and things of that nature, just went along with it, and so now we're stuck in, it's just the norm, just the regular, when in actuality it is not the norm. And the government, you know, is a de facto government. You know, the government in which we have is not a government, it's a corporation which is ran by the international bankers. I encourage you all to look this up because it's serious. And you know, those of you that are still saying you have constitutional rights, you have no constitutional rights. You need to dig a little bit deeper. You're a slave as far as the United States is concerned. You have no rights. Look it up. When you have accepted this citizenship in this chain of commerce, you're just a number. You have no rights. The United States Constitution only applies to human flesh and blood bodies. Not any individual has sold out their sovereignty to accept these federal and state benefits. The states are part of the union. It's all interlaced. I mean, why do you think if you don't pay your taxes, or you don't pay child support, or they don't like the way that you're handling your kids, that's why they can get involved? Because you've consented through these deceptive contracts to give them power. They don't have any power unless you give it to them, but you've given it to them, so it's time that you take it back. Furthermore, who do you think is funding these wars? Who do you think is funding the government? You and I. It's time that you wake up. If everybody would wake up and realize what's happened and quit paying these taxes, these money, their whole operation stops. It's time to take back control of the government. And most important, now I want to emphasize this, because it's not about government. That's just like the tip of the iceberg. This is a spiritual war. You need to start to understand God's law, because there's only one law of this world, and it's God's law. And if you want to accept it or not, that's your business. But I assure you, there's only one law. I mean, I come to you as a regular person, as a sinner myself. I know some of you are sitting there and saying, what does he know about God? Look at him. He got tattoos all on his neck. I do. I'm a sinner. But I tell you what, something has opened my eyes. And as I swear to all of you, God is true. And you need to accept God. You need to accept Jesus. And you need to start doing some soul searching. I mean, do you really think it's okay when you look all around you, all the poor people, all the people being harassed, abused, beaten by the police? You're a slave. You can't wake up any day because you're continuously having to pay into this tax, continuously having to answer the man, and you're a slave and you don't even know it. It's time you wake up. And I tell you, I got some other videos coming, but we're going to keep this at just, you know, small and simple today. So go ahead and, if you get a chance, look at my other videos. I got a lot more coming, but please do your research. Remember, I want you to look up straw man. What is a straw man? Look up your birth certificate. Look at the 1933 bankruptcy. Look at even when you get married. This goes out to you Christians. A lot of you, when you get married, you don't know this, but you're making a commitment with man, woman, and the state. You're marrying the state. That's why the state can come in and take your children. It has nothing to do with God. You're actually committing adultery with the state. For you that believe in the Bible, I need you guys to wake up. I need you got to do your own research. Quit relying on all these videos. That can only send you in the right direction. But you got to honestly want to learn. If you're unwilling to learn, how can you learn? I mean, you got to accept that maybe everything that you knew is not true. But anyway, I appreciate all y'all that checking out my channel. God bless. Thank you, Yahshuah, Jesus, the God Almighty. Put your faith in Him and Him only. Quit chasing after money. You coming into this world with nothing, and you gonna leave out this world with nothing. It's like the saying says, what is it to gain the whole world but to lose your soul? Is it really worth it? Think about it. God bless.